hotline on 0975 442107. We also have branches in Mons, Luansha, Chongwe, and Livingston. Ozeron Funeral Services. Come for affordable and quality services.
It's almost here. Your gateway to the north is loading in preparation for those wanting to explore the region. That's right. Kasama Airport has been upgraded and will soon be opening its doors to travelers. Explore Kasama through your gateway to possibilities. Zambia Airports Corporation Limited. Keep flying.
The Happy World of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good afternoon. With the news at 12:45, my name is Judith Mwape. The headlines. 25-year-old man defiles a 7-year-old girl. Chiefs worried about carbon financing trends and lack of transparency. Israel tells Gazans to head south on 2 routes. And now the news in detail. A 25-year-old in Lugu who lives in the same neighborhood with the victim is alleged to have her from outside where she was playing with his daughter into his bedroom. Confirming the development, Deputy Police Public Relations Officer Danny Mwale says this occurred yesterday around 7:14 hours at the suspect's house in Kaunda Square. Mr. Mwale said efforts by the suspect friend failed, and quickly she called the victim's rushed and found Mr. Lungu having carnal knowledge of the girl. Mr. Mwale said the grandmother tried to apprehend the suspect, but she was overpowered and he managed to escape. He said the matter has been reported to police and where a medical report form was issued and the victim was rushed to the hospital while investigations are ongoing.
Efforts by his daughter to rescue her friend failed, and quickly she called the victim's grandmother, who rushed and found Mr. Lungu having carnal knowledge of the girl. The grandmother tried to apprehend the suspect, but she was overpowered and he managed to escape. The matter was reported to police, where a medical report form was issued and the victim was rushed to the hospital. This occurred on October 13th, 2023, around 14 hours at the suspect's house in Kaunda Square. Investigations are ongoing.
Chiefs in Zambia are concerned that carbon financing initiatives and trends may have far-reaching impacts, including socio-economic benefits on local communities and climate change adaptation. Speaking on behalf of 12 chiefs, Senior Chief Nkula said carbon financing and trading initiatives, if not well understood, may affect the future development of communities, the authority of chiefs, and the country negatively. This came to light at the end of the second Traditional Leaders Caucus in Lusaka, held under the theme Strengthening Traditional Leaders' Role in Carbon Financing for Sustainable Development in Zambia, organized by the Center for Environment Justice, leading to an action paper for convening partners. The event was supported by CEJ partners such as Bread for the World, First Quantum Minerals, United Nations Development Programme, Sweden through Musiska, and the Biocarbon partners. Chief Nkula said there is a need to unpack the climate change concepts and carbon financing, as it can contribute greatly to the development of communities if managed well.
The RONSs are deeply concerned with the lack of transparency attributed to the finances gained from carbon initiatives. It is not known as to how much an investor benefits and what goes to the community. Hence, it is important that the clear benefit sharing mechanism be put in place. This should be done alongside the immediate enactment of a Climate Change Act in order to promote transparency and fairness between the carbon traders and the communities who are providing the carbon sinks.
Meanwhile, Environmental Protection Dialogue 2023 Organizing Committee Chairperson Freeman Mubanga said an EPD implementation framework has been developed to put EPD solutions into action.
Coming from the EPD, the third EPD, there was a challenge and a core at the same time that we needed to ensure that the EPD action. So in order to do that, we needed to develop an implementation framework. Now, this strategy has a budget, and that budget means that all these resolutions that we were coming up with, they need to be presented as bankable projects that can be funded at the end of the day, so that when we are coming back at this EPD, we'll be saying, following the resolutions of EPD 2020, 2021, and 2022, even this EPD, following this EPD, the finances were like this.
Leader of the United Prosperous and Peaceful Zambia Party, Charles Chanda, has praised the Zambian government on its efforts to reduce the price of mealie meal, which has been a source of concern for many Zambians. Mr. Chanda has, however, raised concerns over the government's decision to use the Zambian National Service to deliver mealie meal only to ShopRite, which is located in a few provinces of the country. He said while he appreciates the government's efforts to bring the price of mealie meal down, he wonders how the ZNS would deliver mealie meal to ShopRite only, which is in a few provinces in the country. Mr. Chanda says the ZNS deal appears to be a case of a government that is not serious about addressing the root causes of the mealie meal price hikes in the country. He questioned why ShopRite is the sole beneficiary of the ZNS deal. Mr. Chanda also called on the government to be transparent about the ZNS deal and to provide answers to the many questions that have been raised by the public.
Why ShopRite, which is not Zambian owned, but a multinational company, was chosen, is something that we are all left wondering. And one thing that has been brought out by the use of Zambia National Service is the admission that privatization was an evil activity. We are now realizing that we shouldn't have privatized National Milling Company. We do hope that various citizens across the country will be able to access this so-called cheap milling meal, though in actual sense, it's not cheap.
Government has assured that it is doing everything. Traffic crashes by 50% from 2021 in line with the United Nations Decade of Action. Transport Minister Frank Tayali disclosed that as things stand, road traffic crashes are set to cause an estimated 13 million deaths and 500 million injuries during the next decade and hinder sustainable development goals in low and middle income countries like Zambia. Speaking when he graced the launch for Safety for People on the Move last night, Mr. Tayali says the government is aware of these alarming statistics and therefore welcomes initiatives and strategies that promote and provide road safety education to its citizens. In a speech read on his behalf by Ministry Director Transport, Engineer Nkumbu Siame, the minister said organizations such as Safety for People on the Move should be given support to conduct road safety campaigns countrywide.
All stakeholders jumping on the bandwagon in the fight against road crashes and fatalities on our roads. I am pleased that your organization will now be among many other partners that are championing road safety and eventually saving lives. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Dawn government welcomes initiatives and strategies from partners that will promote road safety and provide road safety education to its citizens.
Speaking at the same event, Safety for People on the Move president and founder Chifuesa Kauma said the organization was born out of a deep making the roads safer for all road users of glaring statistics on numbers of people who perish annually in road traffic. Kauma pleaded with the government to give issues of road accidents the same attention it has been given to disease outbreaks such as the COVID-19 pandemic.
To take this issue very seriously, we know you are already supporting us, but we would have to see more. The passion, the increase, when we had all these pandemics, the HIV and AIDS pandemic, we had stickers all over. We have stickers all over toilets, we have stickers all over assets on HIV, but on road safety, we are trying, but we can do more. So I invite each and every one of you to join us on this journey. Through your time or expertise, or you're just like putting us in a simple way. And all the moves is not just an organization, it's a movement. It's a call to action for all of us.
Meanwhile, Road Transport and Safety Agency Director and Chief Executive Officer Amon Mwemba, who was represented by RTSA Director Safety Alinani Msisia, called for unity in the fight against road traffic accidents.
The campaign we intend to embark on is a commitment to making our roads safer one step at a time. It is a pledge to ensure that every individual who steps onto a public road in our country can do so with confidence, knowing very well that they are protected and informed. Raising awareness on road safety is not just about following traffic rules, it is about understanding the responsibility we all bear when we get behind the wheel or cross the street.
The intervention comes amidst revelations that an estimated 30% of women in Southern Africa have experienced intimate partner violence in their lifetime compared to the global 27%. Speaking during a satellite meeting held in Lusaka for the high-level partnership roundtable meeting in Pretoria on 10th October 2023, Gender Division Permanent Secretary Mainga Kabika appreciated support from the governments of Ireland and Sweden, United Kingdom, the United States of America, as well as European Union in addressing GBV. She noted that the GBV is a human rights violation that impacts development. And speaking at the Pretoria meeting that brought together 6 UN country teams, governments and cooperating partners and civil society organizations, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Namibia, South Africa, and Zambia, the UN resident coordinator in Zambia, Beatrice Mutali, called for a more integrated approach by all to push for concrete change to help fight GBV. This is according to a statement issued by United Nations Information Center National Information Officer Mark Maseko. Agriculture economist Edify Hamugale says there is need to avoid cooking more food than needed in order to reduce solid waste. The Zambia Federation of Disability Organizations has urged the media to shift from the usual ways of reporting on issues affecting persons with disabilities by taking an approach which will result in positive impact. And now in foreign news, Israel has warned 1.1 million Palestinians living in North Gaza to evacuate south, and thousands have been fleeing by vehicle or on foot. UN Chief Antonio Guterres said the call for a mass evacuation was extremely hazardous, and he urged humanitarian access. Israel has also denied its military recovered bodies of missing Israelis in a group raid on Gaza and is positive the team will get a positive result. He, however, admits that it will not be an easy game as DR Congo has adequately prepared. And the under-20 captain Chitete Musaka says the team understands what is at stake and will do all they can to carry the day. The winner of today's match will play Burundi in the third round. And now the weather report brought to you by Classicon.
Classic. Econ, Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ, Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Chinga, Northern, Luapula, Copperbelt, Northwestern, Western, Central provinces are partly cloudy, slightly windy with isolated thunder showers. Conditions are expected. I beg your pardon. Hot weather conditions are expected with very hot conditions. 25-year-old man defiles SMC. Israel tells Gazans to head south onto routes. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned. I'm Judith Mwape. Good afternoon.
Get acquainted with the latest news on the multiple award-winning radio station.